Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, the head coach for the Portland Trailblazers gave me just a couple of minutes. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
I don't know, Kevin. I'm not sure they should be more focused on their opponent than they are on themselves.
That is sort of the way it sounds, Steve, but still, I don't think a defense-first mindset is ever a bad thing.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
Here's lights out. Portland again, missing.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Green kicks to Mills. He passes it to...
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't
Come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Myers Leonard. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Lights out, passes to McCollum. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Ginobili attacking. Fader on the way. Gets it to go. Ginobili's got 5 points so far.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical. What a finish with that hoop.
Outside, Green. Back to Ginobili. Count that one. 7 points in the game.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
No shortage of scoring here.
Next Tuesday.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter.
Well, for the Portland Trailblazers, a new training staff hired over from Oklahoma City. They let go of their previous trainer who'd been with the team for 19 seasons. You know, fair or not, I think the seat got hot after all the injuries that were really devastating this team.
On the court for San Antonio. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Jeff Pendergraph out there with Duncan. And it's Parker in at the point guard position. And for the Blazers, statistically the most injured team in the NBA, Clark, from 2009 through 2012.
And the new training staff is advanced in not just injury treatment, but injury prevention. And that's key, using strength bands, recording baseline measurements for muscle strength and flexibility, even using Eastern medicine. So they're not leaving any stone unturned.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Splitter is checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. Here's lights out. He's covered by Ginobili. Oh, trying for it. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked into what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Myers Leonard. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Parker gets it to go. The assist from Thiago Splitter. And 11 points for Tony Parker. And Clark, you mentioned Pop's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there. He's head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, and eventually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
There's a good screen with the lead pass. Splitter loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Splitter's got 6 points. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, Tony Parker summed up his role this way. Quote, the last 2 or 3 years it's become my team. Pop is challenging me to become a franchise player. On Tony.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting under. The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Damian Lillard out there with lights out, and it's Aldridge in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
I didn't like the defensive game plan they had going into that one. It just seemed out of whack. The matchups were wrong, and they didn't bring the energy necessary either.
You know, it was befuddling to me why they stuck with that, Steve. I mean, they dug themselves a hole, and then they didn't make the changes they should have to get out of it. Didn't make any good adjustments there. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead. One thing I think that's helped extend Tim Duncan's peak effectiveness, you know, he was dealing with knee issues recently, but he committed to losing weight and slimmed down by over 25 pounds to take away some of that wear and tear on his joints. And, you know, over the last couple of seasons, it certainly seems to have revitalized him.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Clark, you mentioned Duncan slimming down. Steve, I guess he did it swimming in the offseason.
Well, you know, he was a swimmer growing up in the Virgin Islands.
Right.
That was his first sport before he picked up basketball. And I think you can see how it's impacted his strength and his ability to engage that core and really last through these long NBA seasons. He's slimmed down, but he stayed strong. And I think swimming has played a big role there.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
And Portland making a change here. Williams is checked in. Here's lights out. He's covered by Ginobili. He dishes it to DeCola. Pass to Ginobili.
And, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. Defender with...
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Robinson passes to lights out. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one. And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. And they've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
On the court for San Antonio, Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. And it's Splitter in at the center, locking down the middle.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Spurs trail by 4. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
No doubt the Denver fans want to see the Nuggets take that game.
Here's lights out, and he makes good on the layup. And it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Matthews passes to lights out. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Parker dishes to Ginobili. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that time, also a missed shot.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Here's lights out. He's covered by Ginobili. The shot's good from lights out.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
Thank you, Doris. Spurs trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Ken. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And Parker, here we go. Outside Leonard. Intercepted. Here's Matthews. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. They've now scored 6 unanswered.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
Parker, right side. Back to Ginobili. Looking to end the run. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's 17 points for Manu Ginobili. 1:03 left to play in the final quarter. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Parker's shot is off.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Lights out. Robinson passes to lights out. Gets the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Gotta love the teardrop. Just put it right over the defender.
Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's lights out. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
That's good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And so it's Portland win this one.
You had 20 points for the game. A lot of offense coming from you in this win. How do you feel about how you were scoring?
It felt good. We were moving the ball around and getting the kinds of looks we want to get, and I was able to finish them. Really, it says more about how cohesive we were as a unit out there on offense than anything I did. I just happened to be the one finishing our plays. I'll take it though, man. Good team win.